just mentioned that our flight got delayed. The time now is 3:50. Our next flight from Bangkok to Singapore. 여러분, good morning. Today I'm at Chiang Mai International Airport and I'm flying back to Singapore. I'm taking Thai AirAsia and the flight is at 1:25 p.m. We'll be giving you guys some reviews on the way, and here's my luggage. 오는 가방 많다. 2명 큰데 가방 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯 개. 좋아. Fried dumpling. Last meal in Chiang Mai, we must eat their local food, the koi soy. I got it with pork, fried pork. Curry and coconut. Let's try the crunchy dumpling. So our flight is from Chiang Mai to Singapore, transiting in Bangkok, and because we bought our flights in cheapflight.com, highly recommended for everybody because it really has the cheapest flights. In Bangkok, we are supposed to check out to get our luggage and then check in again. Beach check. Feeling cute, like I should. Feeling cute. 你回家做的第一件事是什么？洗衣服。第二件事，整理行李。第三件事，睡觉。我做的第一件事，开行李，把它放在地上。然后睡觉。So their domestic check-in, you have to physically check in the luggage by yourself. Cause I think like usually those who fly domestic do not have so much luggage just like us. If not, usually when you check in, they will automatically send it into the belt. But this time, after you check in and get your boarding pass, you must take your luggage again to another place to check in your luggage. So they just mentioned that our flight got delayed and it's quite worrying because this is a transit flight to Bangkok, and in Bangkok we still need to catch one more flight and we only have 2 hours to collect our luggage and catch flight. So I have a bad feeling about this. The flight is supposed to depart at 1:25. The time now is 12:59. Okay, our departure is delayed to 2:05 p.m. Thank you.
เข้าช่องพี่เลี้ยงก็คือ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Bangkok, thank you. 40 right hand.
We got the last row seat. AirAsia. Got a lot of bad reviews for AirAsia, but I thought like Thai AirAsia would be different. I don't know. Leg room, window view check, my face check.
นั่งประจำที่ค่ะรักษาเข็มขัดที่นั่งปรับพนักเก้าอี้อยู่ตำแหน่งตรงพับเก็บโต๊ะด้านหน้าเปิดม่านบังแสงด้านข้างขึ้นสุดและงดใช้ห้องน้ำในช่วงเวลานี้ค่ะหากเป็นกำลังใช้อุปกรณ์อิเล็กทรอนิกส์อยู่รวมทั้งโทรศัพท์มือถือที่ตั้งค่าระงับสัญญาณวิธีการรัดเข็มขัดให้สอดหัวเข็มขัด
only has one main door right at the front, so our seat number was 41 and we had to go all the way to the front. The time now is 3:50. Our next flight from Bangkok to Singapore is at 4:40 and we have yet to check in the luggage and we need to change terminal. We actually have 2 hours, but now we have less than an hour due to the flight delay. Life is indeed a crazy one. So for our domestic departure, the gate closes 40 minutes before, but for international departure, at least for AirAsia, the gate closes 60 minutes before. So it was really hard for us to rush from the domestic terminal to the international terminal, Terminal 2 to Terminal 1, because after the flight delay, the moment we landed, it was already like less than an hour to transport here, so it was impossible. And now we're trying to tell them to let us in because it's the same airline. Rushing to gate 3. 14, thank you. 14. Update, we made it.
อยู่ในตำแหน่ง
Flight
ตรง
is even tighter, there's no leg room at
พับเก็บ
all.
โต๊ะด้านหน้าปรับพนักแขกลงและเปิดม่านบังแสงด้าน
Let's try the nasi lemak from Thai AirAsia. The most important thing is the chili.
AIRASIA เราขอบพระคุณทุกท่านที่ให้ความไว้วางใจเลือกใช้บริการของเราในเที่ยวบินนี้หวังเป็นอย่างยิ่ง
We have arrived back in Singapore. Yay! This trip has been a series of unfortunate events happening, and for the first time I'm traveling, I actually feel really glad to be back home. Usually I wouldn't even want to come back, but this time I'm really happy to be back home where I can find normalcy in routines. Terminal 4. Terminal 4 smells so fresh. Now we're waiting for our baggage. We have no idea if our baggage is here because just now we checked in late, right? So they told us that they'll send our baggage to the next flight. But after some calls, apparently they're supposed to send our luggage, so I don't know what's the final conclusion. It's here! We made it! Hi guys, I'm back home and I would just want to give a quick summary to our Thai AirAsia experience. So firstly, we bought our tickets from cheaptickets.com and then it linked actually two separate flights. So it wasn't a transit flight where the luggage would be passed on automatically. It was two separate tickets put together for the lowest value. So this was a little bit tricky because in between there was only 2 hours for transit. So flying from Chiang Mai to Bangkok and Bangkok to Singapore, our flight from Chiang Mai got delayed by an hour and 15 minutes, right? Which caused us to only land and collect our luggage, and the 2 hour gap in between at Bangkok, right? Because of the 1 hour 15 minutes delay, we had less than an hour to collect. However, the check-in counter closes 1 hour before departure. So when we arrived, they actually told us that the counter was closed and we couldn't check in. And then we were like, oh, but you know, the flight got delayed. And then they said like, it's there's no choice, you have to purchase a new ticket, but you have to be firm. You have to be firm and tell them that, you know, it's the same airline and the previous one got delayed, that's why I couldn't board this one, right? However, we know that, but we don't say it. We know that when we bought it, it's two separate flights. It wasn't exactly a connecting flight. because it would make sense for a connecting flight to be delayed too if the first flight is delayed. Yep, so be firm and ask for your flight, and they would try to rush it for you if you are within that window. If it's really too much, actually they offer another solution before that, which was they would send us over first, because like the luggage may not make it in time for the for the luggage flight, and then they would send our luggage later on with a later flight. Yeah, but thankfully we were lucky. They managed to rush it for us. Our luggage went on the same flight as us and then reached Singapore at the same time as us. Yeah. And all in all, the last flight, there was no delay. The departure was on time. We were the last to board. So if there were any delays, we were actually the reason for it. But it's not technically not us too. Yeah, so that's my Thai AirAsia experience. Seat-wise, really cramped. Food-wise, good. Cleanliness, good. So the fact that I didn't miss my flight, I would give AirAsia a slightly higher rating. Even though they delayed for 1 hour 15 minutes, so maybe it's their fault. The reason that they gave was that the flight landed late and they are using the same flight for departure. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, so maybe I think it gives you a very high level of stress if you are going to take AirAsia, Thai AirAsia like us. So I would advise you not to do so. Yeah, book your tickets early, get cheaper tickets, and save yourself the stress!
Pika Pikachu, Pika Pika.